/AssassinDave and follow and all that good stuff, and you'll be having a fun time. Anyways, into the draft of our next game here, Xcandrel. Oh, I liked what I'm seeing. Xcandrel. Oh, hell yeah. Give me some Blitzcrank action, baby. I love to see it, but of course, once again, I make eSport banning away, Olaf.
I mean, okay, so what supports have Omega got left that would be decent into Blitzcrank? Zero. So they've got 0 supports left that would be good into Blitzcrank here. So you just have to be either, unless you're running malphite support, clearly, which is something that is definitely on the cards. So I would say I'm not a particularly a fan of malphite support. I'd much rather see it top. Kai'Sa, an AD carry that we haven't actually seen much of, is being picked up here by Nexplay. I'm wondering what the response could be. We still have Ashe, Ezreal, Jinx, Draven, Tristana, who we haven't seen much of in the AD carry role as well. That is a Lux coming through for Omega. Now, I'm assuming that's now going to be Lux support because that's going to be Evelynn mid and a Vi jungle with the malphite top is what I'm kind of seeing here. The Fiora and the Camille are being hovered over on the side of Nexplay, something that we saw pulled out at the very start by Omega that didn't work particularly well, but nonetheless they lock it in. Okay, these compositions are wild, Maxi. I'm going to have to take some time to break them down afterwards, but we are waiting for the AD carry pick here. Now, I would not be surprised to see Ashe, Draven, either of those, Tristana, Ezreal, all very good, but the Ashe will come through to add that extra layer of hard CC. A little bit worried about Ashe versus Camille Fiora. Lot of dive potential there. There is a very vulnerable bot lane to Blitzcrank hooks. Yeah. This is, obviously, this is the constraints, Max, of all-round ban pick. We are kind of scraping the barrel, in essence, of some of the picks that you wouldn't really expect to see in competitive.
I mean, I also am seeing this Ashe. If they pair that up with a Brawl, I would have been cool, but like Brawl got picked up for their game, like last game actually, so they don't have that combo of like Ashe Brawl that synergizes pretty well together. So unfortunately, that's going to be completely off the table. And then looking for next play, they got this Camille, they got this Fiora that we've been like hammering down the point that they are really good split pushers, and they're going to be picked up both sides. So you can expect them to try and just bully the side lanes, pick up some good turrets, and open up the map and get more map control in general and potentially easier access to the enemy jungle and also to the Baron and Dragon Pit. Over here, we're going to have some drafts. I fully agree, Scandal. I don't know exactly what to add on top of that. I do see the side of Omega Esports. They got some good dive potential with that Vi. That also Evelynn with the last caress on the ultimate is going to get some big burst damage. And also on top of that, the malphite, which is going to be really, really strong. But from what I'm seeing here, you're going to be having then malphite going into the... Well, actually, I don't know, because you got Vi, you got yourself Evelynn. I wonder which one is going to go jungle. I guess Evelynn, but they nerfed Evelynn heavily in the lane position. No, Evelyn's jungle. Yeah, Vi jungle, that's the thing, but like, I guess so, but Evelynn got heavily nerfed in lane. Like, she cannot wave clear like she used to.
No, but she, like, that's only level 1, right? Basically, the nerf they gave to Evelynn was that she couldn't level 1 push and invade the enemy jungle level 2. That was toxic. Yeah. That was dumb. Like, that was a really dumb thing that Evelynn could do. Evelynn mid is still okay. It's definitely not a high tier pick, but, you know, if you're able to just push the wave out, you're going into a melee matchup. Clearly, you're going into either, I'm guessing, Fiora mid coming out of Nexplay. So you're going into a melee matchup. Your hate spikes are still going to have the advantage. They still deal full damage to champions, by the way. So that, you know, you're still going to have the advantage when you're trying to go into the champions. So I don't think the Evelynn mid is particularly bad in this scenario. Plus, at level 5, you still have ultimate roam potential. You can still roam between the lanes, and I still favor Omega's level 5 comp. Like, one of the big sort of, I guess, overriding themes that we've seen come through this finals is the team that drafts the strong level 5 for the first dragon fight generally tends to do better overall. And I'm you know, in terms of impact ultimates, Omega has impact ultimates at level 5, and I do not think that Nexplay have impact ultimates apart from the Lee Sin at level 5. You've got Vi Lockdown, Evelynn Execute, Malphite ultimate, Lux ultimate, Ashe ultimate. Every single one of Omega's ultimates at level 5 are high impact. You group, you team fight with them for the first dragon, and I think you're kind of laughing. What I've seen Nexplay draft here as we get into game max is a 1-3-1, 2 strong split pushes, but it is a hard composition to execute on.
Minions have spawned.
It is, and I want to ask you a question, Xandro, because I don't want to sound dumb and send something and my entire point would fall apart. we do go, like, is Camille AP or AD? Because that's one I do not play myself, so I have no idea.
AD.
I did not check the build. Good at AD. So they got a full AD combo. You know what? Blitzcrank, here goes. Snipe on the grab. First blood coming their way. Nexplay kind of give back their own medicine. But then we do have then Camille. She does go AD. Thank you very much for that one. So my point is not completely useless. There's so much AD on the side of Nexplay. That means that really you're looking on the Vi and the Olaf for the other side. They just can go super tanky, a lot of armor resist on their side, and then they're going to be good to go. They will survive fights for a really long period of time, allowing this Ashe and also this Lux on the backline to remain somewhat substantial. But I think that here Nexplay, by going with so much AD, not making things easy for them, and also they're going to be super squishy. They do not have tanks. They got Blitzcrank to go for the engage, but he's not really known as a great frontliner. So I'm scared, especially if this with this malphite, like things are going to look really dire for them.
If a Rise is smart, he goes full armor this game. Like, skip the Leandries, skip the AP. Oh my god, they are.
Oh, Jesus. What do you want to do? They try to go for the heal, where they're losing potentially the Lee Sin. Lee Sin survived. Nice flash out last second from that Lux also, but okay, this is a wild game once again. Weird draft, weird games, and also you have the kill on the Fiora that dies to the hands of the malphite. Things are looking short. It's still even. Oh, there you go. Lee Sin fighting gate on top of Lux, and the fight comes on through once again. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to add on top of that. Kills, good. Me likey. Please give me more.
This is absolutely crazy. This is an absolutely
again
mental early game. I mean, you are. If you wanted to play match point safe and just try and take it slow, we are not seeing that in this game. Holy moly! These guys are all over the place. This is crazy. I'd love to see the build that we're going to see malphite go here. I really do want him to be going full armor. I think it is absolutely necessary this game, because you would be unkillable if you go full armor in this comp. He has Bramble Vest. My boy!
Yes!
My boy! He's about to get ganked though by a roaming.
What are you going to do? Absolutely nothing. That is the answer. The grab is not available for Blitzcrank anymore, so that's going to be Vi making it out unscathed. Still taking quite a bit of damage, and during that time, they're going to be proxy farming down in the bottom side. They got Ashe and this Lux keeping the wave under to make sure that they lose the minions, and Kaiser's not going to get as much as you might expect. And this is what I like to see. You know, they did it earlier with the Sin composition. They're doing the composition. They're doing it here once again. And the 9CS is the easiest way to get ahead. But in the top side, another way to get ahead is not by doing farming, but just by farming the enemies. Like, literally, they're just picking up kill after kill. 5-3. They are currently in the lead once again. Nexplay looking good. Way better they've been so far in the last few games.
Yeah, and might even lose first turret of the game here. I think Vi is going to try and protect that turret. Should get there in time. It looks like they are maybe trading the bot side of the map though. Malphite roaming down. This is a mental game so far. I mean, Ashe, what are you, buddy?
Stop! Stop the farm! Fiora pops the ulti. She does get a little more healing. That's good. Now down to 2v2. Blitzcrank is going to be joining the fight a little bit too late, but that doesn't matter as they do lose the Kaiser still. 1v2, and she's getting some good significant damage. Can she find the frag? The good shield comes in time, but it's going to be done too late regardless. As malphite now, like, great grab coming on from the Blitzcrank. Under tower, baby. Let's go. You're out of the lobby. Go back to your base. Go back to the fountain, and now Drake is up in the next 30 seconds. What? I don't know what to say. This is one game for sure, but
this is just like disaster is this roaming death squad of a Blitzcrank. It's absolutely insane. Like, both of these teams are just absolutely sprinting it. Oh my word.
Evelyn. Okay, she does use the last caress in time, and she does make it alive. But
wait, they saved the tower. They saved the tower. 26 HP. Jesus, holy moly! What is this game?
I don't know. I have no answer to that question, Xcander, unfortunately, but Drake is going to be on the focus. Fiora and Evelyn going to be a little bit late on the encounter, though. We do see that malphite here does not have that ultimate available, so that's going to be something off the mark entirely. So because they do not have the malphite ultimate, I think that is enough. Oh my god, the flash grab of the Blitzcrank. They do not find the frag, though. They lose a lot of time. Camille going to go for the single out target. Does run a lot of damage. That's one frag coming their way. Blitzcrank out of commission. Great Lee Sin ultimate. Buying some time for the squad.
Oh, binding, the double binding.
Going to be caught out. Oh no, there you go. The nice CC coming out. And then maybe turning the tides of this fight in favor of Omega Esports. Kaiser going extremely low. She will be going out of the fight entirely. Lee Sin running away with his own life unscathed, but unfortunately that fight was well engaged by NXP. But at the end, Omega Esports will take the dub.
I mean, you get that far behind. Okay, let's watch this back again. Okay, so they pull in. It looks like the Lux who flashes across the wall. Vi goes in, gets a really big knockup. This is huge, and she buys so much time whilst killing the Blitzcrank. In the meantime, Ashe completely untouched, Evelyn completely untouched. The double binding into the Malphite ultimate is absolutely nutty. No one can kill the Malphite because they're a full AD comp. And they just chase them down with Ashe on the backline, completely unscathed. We've got another team fight here. Oh my word, what is going on?
Another fight coming on through by extremely low. Same thing. Also, oh, there you go. Lee Sin, that's what he does best. Diving into the tower. Evelyn coming on through. Unfortunately, they're all pretty buffy and pretty healthy, so that last caress is not going to do anything, my friend. Lutz hits the nice ulti, but unfortunately, the damage is not going to be enough to find a frag. And this Drake is going to be uncontested. No one wants to go for it just yet. It would be a throw indeed. Well, Evelyn is slowly going to be sneaking her way down. And Fiora, okay, you find the tower, but are going to make it out alive as they're all towards the Drake. And I think that actually she will be able to survive it. And she can normally 1v1 this Evelyn right here. There's a little bit of initial damage coming on through, but unfortunately Evelyn knows that she can't afford to take that fight, especially if the ultimate comes out from Chully. The Drake is going to be taken once again, fought on over initially by the Vi. Ashe is coming around, but the lack of vision is going to make it hard for NXP to contest it. But now they're going to have the info. Lee Sin going to maybe try and steal it away. Going to get the info, ready to dash on through to go for the smite a little bit early. Great ultimate, finds some great time as Camille joins the mix and does steal it away. Great stuff from NXP. The fight are drawing on through. The team joins on through. Also, Camille, great ultimate, picks up the fight. Now the fight continues. Malphite, unfortunately, despite being extremely tanky, will be an extra casualty. The fight is coming on through. They're still up as a four-man team. Camille just roaring and moving around the map like an absolute insane ninja. But unfortunately, a little bit too far, taking some really big damage, and will be able to make it out alive. But still, that fight was close. What a steal from the Lee Sin.
But the Malphite, oh, it's the dragon!
We don't talk about that. We leave it.
Okay, great kick, by the way. Absolutely beautiful kick. Sets up the steal. Malphite ults the dragon, I guess, to try and look to burst it, but he's not AP Malphite. He doesn't have the ult for the team fight now. Obviously, he soaks a lot of damage on the front line. I mean, this is just a mess. This game is all over the place. I mean, look, I still think if Malphite continues to build tanky, they're going to be in a strong spot. I mean, Evelyn's gone for Rabadon's death cap first. Absolutely no idea why. I mean, oh my god, Max, my brain hurts.
I am struggling to like see the fights are like, did you just do that? I'm like, I'm not sure if I can play that short, like for sure, but we get a shot anyways. But now, even though they're behind, they're actually trying to force the Herald and for the Fiora in the bottom side of the lane. But Vi, where are you? We need you, Vi. You're the jungler. Please join up on the fight. You need to do something, my friend. Now Blitzcrank ready to go once again. Disaster's been shown some great stuff. Gets ulted by the Ashe, and Iridator's going to be smited away by the Vi. They do get the Herald, but now can they win the fight? That is the question. Unfortunately, a little bit too deep for the Camille. She gets eliminated instantaneously. Same thing for the Fiora as she does get taken out. Unfortunately, their split pushers are out of commission entirely. Now, because they're actually winning that fight, it's so back and forth. Now the fight is in their favor. They take the lead, and they're still diving on through. Vi with the flash connects it. And Chully, what are you doing, my boy? Fiora's out also, and they get the ace with 2 players remaining.
Max, this game is absolutely insane. What the hell is going on? Like, it's just like a complete fist fight. It's like you took 2 teams who were absolutely done with life and just thrown them in the pit together and just said, okay, look, fight until someone just falls on the floor. And that's what happens every single time. I mean, look, I do genuinely believe this. Even though Omega are behind, their team fight composition is better. And you're seeing it. They were thousands of gold behind. They are still behind in gold, and they are winning team fights because A, they have the Malphite who's full armor into a full AD comp, so you can win at Shopkeeper. This is like a thank you Boris moment. So you know that's a win at Shopkeeper for the Malphite. Secondly, you have 2 like categorically built split pushers in the form of Fiora and Camille, and I've seen very minimal levels of split pushing. In fact, they are determined to run this down in a 5v5 team fight so far. So I just don't think Nexplay are kind of playing to their win conditions. They're playing into the Malphite, who has gone full armor, against your composition that is full AD.
Vi's going to be running on through, maybe be able to find the fight with the kill onto the Evelyn. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do so. Malphite's not there, and that's the entire engage potential that they're losing. And because Malphite's not there, that fight is going to be a big L. Omega Esports taking that dub, unfortunately, but not going their way. It's going to be Nexplay taking the dub here, at least. Malphite joins the party a little bit late, but Baron is up in 30 seconds, and another fight happened that really should not have happened in the first place for the side of Omega Esports.
This is absolutely crazy. Look, we couldn't ask for a more action-packed potential final game. Like, this is a match point game for a championship point game for Omega, right? If they win this, they win the tournament. So you couldn't ask for a more insane game for Omega if they wanted to go out swinging and go out with a bang. And this is absolutely the case. But the same with Nexplay. You know, they are absolutely fighting tooth and nail to keep themselves in this competition. My word, when are we going to get some downtime, guys? And not now, though, because the dragon is spawning, so we're definitely not getting downtime right now.
If it was possible for casters to FF, I would have FF'd already this game and left the lobby. But you know what? We got some great games happening regardless. The Drake is indeed going to be up on the map. Blitzcrank, I gotta say though, Disaster, even though Blitzcrank is not played that heavily in competitive, which is why this type of format of tournament is so fun, you see unusual picks, the Disaster's been creating so many strong engages, and the moment he gets a great ultimate, you got the Camille that comes in from behind, picks up a great Hextech ultimatum to single out that one target, make sure they can't peel away, even if it is the Evelyn that can't use that last caress to peel out from that fight. She can't, she tried early in the mid lane, but she died because of that. Overall, the combo of Camille and Blitzcrank together, they're playing it not perfectly, but they're playing it extremely well.
Yeah, and also it's interesting to see the gold distribution across the teams right now. I mean, Kaiser is pretty significantly ahead of the Ashe, who's gone for a... Ashe has gone for a really interesting build, by the way. Ashe has gone for a Black Cleaver Ashe build. Oh, the Ashe ultimate comes through.
Oh, you get it smutted away by the Lee Sin, and now because of that, the flash is not going to happen, my friend. That is why Camille is so strong when it comes to single out targets. Malphite, their rate engaged. Great ultimate on top, paired up with the Lux ultimate. They get melted one by one, and here it is. Maybe the turnaround fight. Omega Esports looking in a really strong spot. Nice route. Still, they got himself the nice golden... Wait, Lee Sin, but no, Lee Sin does not make it out. Shelly now trying to make his way out of that fight entirely. Will be able to just dash away to safety, but that is once again a fight that you thought would be coming away of NXP, but Omega Esports clap it back. This is comeback after comeback after comeback. And NXP, if they win this, we go into another game. It is a BO7 after all, but they really don't want to let this end here.
No, but you can see, like, Arise is taking 0 damage on this Malphite. Like, he is literally sitting there, face tanking the majority of the Nexplay team. Nexplay, you need to start prioritizing Last Whisper. Like, just get some Last Whispers on your team ASAP. A Last Whisper on the Camille, and get one absolutely get one on the Kaiser as soon as possible. This guy has already got so much armor, and he's just going to start building more too. He's going for, I think he's going for a Warmogs next. So he's going to look to capitalize on his effective HP by building a massive amount of HP to work with, alongside already having picked up the Thormail and the Sunfire Cape. I'm really interested in this Ashe build though. Like, I'm trying to work out what he's going. He looks like he's maybe going like a Ghost Blade now. So it's like Black Cleaver, Ghost Blade, Ashe, which is just not something that I've seen a huge amount of. I'm also working out like who he's facilitating this Black Cleaver for, because often you build Black Cleaver because the armor stack applies to the enemy rather than applying to your own attacks. So when you stack up Black Cleaver stacks, it reduces the enemy's armor for everyone. So you'll see like often facilitating top laners go Black Cleaver like a Darius when you've got a really strong AD carry on your team, because it reduces the armor of the target that you're focusing, so your AD carry will end up dealing more damage as well, because again it's reduction to the enemy's armor rather than reduction to your piercing attacks. So I'm just trying to wonder like who he's doing the Black Cleaver for. They don't actually have that much AD damage. There is an Evelyn, a Lux, and then you have a Malphite who deals primarily AP damage, and then you have a Vi who deals AD damage. Oh. Yeah, we'll see. There's a catch onto Blitzcrank.
Yep, he's going to be just getting CC'd up and can't do much. Unfortunately, Blitzcrank, as I said it earlier, he's not really a tank kind of support. He's there to create some good opportunities and engages, but he's going to get melted into smithereens. Though, on the bottom side of the map, going to have a 1v1 Fiora taking that fight versus the Evelyn. Going to use that ultimate to try and get some nice heal if she can, but unfortunately can't do so. Man, he got the last... Oh, the last crush would be good, but... The kick comes on through. Could have been a frag potentially on Trillo if she played it correctly, but unfortunately didn't have time to respond, and that is going to be an extra frag coming on through. A nice trade between the two teams. Oh, the ultimate of Lux barely hits her and will not be able to get that damage, unfortunately, but still an even trade between these two teams. And the goal lead was already initially so high for NXP has now been reduced to just a mere 3,000, which at this stage of the game is nothing.
Yeah, 3,000 gold is not a lot, as you correctly mentioned. Also, look at the Vise build. Dead Man's Plate and Randuin's Omen. Armor galore being built up by Vi at this point in time. So you can see that they are massively playing into the full AD comp that they're playing into right now. And again, another team fight is on the horizon. We have a dragon spawning within the next 30 seconds. And I do still believe that Omega have the stronger team fight composition when executed properly. As long as the Malphite is there at the beginning of the team fight, although we have one opening up already.
Oh, that kick on the vibe was really well played, but she's way too tanky. She's going for a full tank item almost. But here you go once again. The Camille going to get the nice exec ultimatum on the vibe, but she's able to escape this time around. The Blitzcrank in the front line going to have to flash away to safety, while Fury just split pushing. You want to steal this fight, but Lee Sin, he doesn't give a damn. He's going to go for the engage without the kick, and he's going to proc the GA. Unfortunately, that should be an easy kill too. Kai'Sa in a very similar position as Lee Sin tries to flash to safety. They are stalling so much, but they're just barely making it out alive. And as I said, that they might actually lose. Wait a second. Oh no, that's a trade between the Vi and the Kai'Sa, as Blitzcrank is trying to make it back, but during that time, she's hammering down the Nexus. The Nexus, sorry, not the Nexus, the base. The inner tower is going to be dropping down as Chili's able to find it and maybe trying to look for 1v1 versus Deluxe under the Nexus. And man, they tried to stall it, but unfortunately lost some players, but were able to make it a trade.
No, that was a really good play from Nexplay. This is using the composition the way that you should be using the composition.
Yeah.
You know, you're using the Fiora. I've just noticed, by the way, and actually big thanks to one of my friends for pointing this out to me. This is Font of Life Ashe. Maybe this is actually support Ashe. I've just realized it's Tamelapse playing Lux. My
She
God,
got 17 assists.
I'm so used to seeing obviously Ashe being the AD carry. I didn't even really think about this. This is Ashe. This is support Ashe. They're running carry Lux. Lux has clearly been getting the majority of the gold in this game, and Ashe has actually just been playing full support. She's gone for a full support build with Lux being the primary AP carry here. That is super interesting. I wasn't, it literally didn't even register because I'm just so used to seeing Lux in the support role. But it's actually Tamelapse playing AP Lux as the primary carry. Long range engage comes through.
Oh, that really scared me. I had to clench my butt cheeks for a second there. That was for sure, but still, unfortunately, they're not able to make it out. And that ultimate misses out. The last caress will not be working out, and now they're losing their main damage dealer, one of their main damage dealers, as they pick also the Vi. And malphite was just not given the opportunity to create a good engage for the team. And now Baron is available, which seems like that will be the play, and Disaster just waiting on the front line, waiting to hit a grab on an unwilling target. The Ashe is going to be on the front line. You've got to be careful. Can he go for it? He knows exactly who he's focusing, and this Ashe is gone. Back to the fountain you go. Lux, in a similar fashion, the Zhonya's going to buy you just a few mere seconds, and that will be the end of the fight. Nexplay, they don't even care about the Baron and malphite. Who is this? The wave is pushing in the bottom side, and Nexon is crumbling to pieces, and that is indeed how the cookie crumbles. Ladies and gentlemen, game is going to be going in favor of none other than Nexplay, and we might be indeed seeing a game number 7.
Oh my word, Nexplay. I mean, that was a beautiful play by Chuli to go for the inhibitor tower in the bot lane to open up and create pressure on that side of the map for the rest of the game. Those GAs that they had in the team fight, the Camille GA, the Kai'Sa GA, and the Lee Sin GA, there was a really important team fight around the mid where they delayed the game so long through GAs that allowed Chuli to go through the bot lane. But honestly, Omega, they fought when malphite was nowhere near every time. Like, just wait for malphite for the engage. Why are you engaging or even close to engaging when malphite is on the wrong side of the map? That's just not the way that you want to play this comp. I mean, this is absolutely mental. I didn't even clock the support Ashe being the driving force here. It was really, really confusing, but obviously it makes sense now that we've seen it. And it was working, I guess, to the extent that they were trying to force the AP damage onto the team, but they just got torn apart in the split push. Finally, Chuli opened up that split push in the bot lane, and it worked to great effect for them. Big comeback for Nexplay. We are going to another game in this series, and Nexplay looking to fight back and take this all the way to game number 7.